Number 19, what I would consider to be the most difficult question on this practice test. The front of an aircraft hangar is being built in the shape of a parabola, which I have pictured right here. It is 162 feet wide, has a maximum height of 95 feet, and must have a rectangular doorway that is 60 feet tall. What is the maximum width of the doorway? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a foot. All right, so this is the tallest point of the hangar, and it says the maximum height is 95 feet. If we imagine this as a coordinate grid plane, the y value, the height value, would be 95. And then I think that the easiest way to think about this problem is if we just go ahead and make the center 0, right? So if this thing is 162 feet wide, and this point right here is the origin at 0, 0, then that means that these 2 points are going to be equidistant from that at 162 feet wide. That'd be negative 81, 0 over here, and positive 81, 0 over here, because 81 is half of 162. From here to here is 81, and from here to here is also 81, and they add together to make 162. Now, the doorway is going to be 60 feet tall, so we'll just pick 2 random points, say right here and here. And we'll say that this is going to be negative x. We don't know what it is yet, but it is 60 feet tall, which is a y value. This will be positive x and 60 feet tall. So we can imagine our doorway comes down like this. And there we go. There's our general picture. We have to find the width of the doorway, which means we're going to solve for x, and then we'll double it because the distance from the center line to here is x, and the distance from the center line to here is also x. So it'd be 2x is the total distance across. Now, in our slope, or not slope intercept, what am I talking about? Vertex form, we have these values, A, H, and K. Now, since this is an upside down parabola, it opens downwards. We know that the A value is going to be negative. So I'm just going to go ahead and like sneak a negative sign in here. And really the trick to solving this question, to figuring out the answer to this question, is just to plug in values that we know and use this equation to figure out the values that we don't know. So first off, we have to find the A value. We don't know what this what kind of scale this parabola has. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in one of the points that we do know. Can't be the vertex. We got to use the vertex. Remember, this is H and this is K. We got to use that for H and K. So we're going to use the other value for X and Y. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up as 0 because this has a Y value of 0 equals negative A. That's what we're looking for. The X value is 81. The H value is 0, so minus 0 squared, and then the K value is 95. So let's go ahead and solve this for A. I subtract 95 on both sides. Negative 95 equals negative A. This is 81 minus 0 is just 81, and then 81 squared, enormous number, is going to be 6,561. And so what we're going to do is we are going to divide both sides by 6,561 and negative 1 to get this A by itself. We want the positive A value, right? So we're going to divide both sides by negative 6,561, and that'll help us find A. A is going to be equal to, I really should have had my calculator pulled up. You know what? I think I can pull it up right here. There we go. 95 divided by 6,561 is 0.0145. 0.0145. Okay, now that we know what A is, we can use all of our information to find the missing X. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit and go into my blue here. The Y value, I know. The Y value is 60, and the X value is what I'm looking for. So 60 is equal to negative 0.0145, that's our A value, times the X is what we don't know, minus the h value, which is 0, squared, plus the k value, which is 95. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're going to subtract 95 on both sides. That gives me negative 35 here, equals negative 0.0145. And then x minus 0 is just x, and then we can just put x squared here. So we're going to divide both sides by 0.0145. And if we do that, it'll give us x squared. I don't know why I just changed into green. Let's just go ahead and keep it blue. X squared. Okay, 35 divided by 0.0145 is about 2,413, 2413793. 2413.7, stop it, 93. Hopefully you can read that. Okay, and then we take the square root of both sides in order to get the x by itself. And we're talking about distances, so we don't have to consider the negative root. But if we do that, we're going to get our x value. X is equal to, I'm not going to pull up the calculator again. I just happen to know this one, 49.17, because I did it earlier. And now this is the x value, but remember, we're looking for 2x because this is a distance of x and this is a distance of x, and we want the total width of the door. So the width of the door is, drum roll please, going to be 98 point, and it says 1/10 of a foot, so 98.3 feet. And all we did to get this, maybe I should have written that part down, was we multiplied 49.17 by 2 and then rounded. Okay, quite a problem. It shouldn't be too hard as long as you look over this and then do a little bit of practice with it.